It's all pre-made. Here we go. So, on the 1st of First Sun, which is the equivalent to June, in 799 AC, so about a couple of months before the Eldathas party all met each other, 3 adventurers were hired to recover 3 lost magical items within the White Plume Mountain. The magical items were each weapons from across Eldathas, stolen from their owners without a trace. Rewards were posted, servants were hanged, and even notable thieves' guilds were ransacked by city guards looking for any sign of the ancient and valuable artifacts. But it wasn't until a few weeks after they were stolen that each of the previous owners were sent a signed letter. The letter all contained the same thing, a riddle. Search ye far, or search ye near, you'll find no trace of the 3, unless you follow instructions clear, for the weapons abide with me. North past forest, farm and furrow, you must go to the feathered mound. Then down away from sun you'll burrow, forget life, forget light, forget sound. To rescue Wave, you must do battle with the beast in the boiling bubble. Crossed cavern vast, where chain links rattle, lies Whelm, past waterspouts double. Black Razor yet remains to be won, underneath inverted ziggurat. That garnered, think not that you're done, for now you'll find you are caught. I care not, former owners brave, what heroes you seek to hire. Though mighty, I'll make each one my slave, or send them to the fire. Each letter was signed with the symbol of Nidrykos. Authorities were sceptical. Nidrykos, once the history books had been consulted, was a long-dead wizard from half a millennia ago that died in a freak accident, his entire tower disappearing from the foundations it was built on. Apparently, he was a very nasty fellow. Nevertheless, it was deciphered that the feathered mound was the White Plume Mountain, a huge mountain located in the Goodlands that stands alone amidst dismal moors and tangled thickets. With that knowledge, the 3 owners each hired an experienced adventurer to find their weapons, offering anything the adventurer wished as a reward, provided it was in their ability to do so. This lucrative prize attracted 3 rather different people. The first of the 3 hired was Enziar. Lindsay, would you like to describe and introduce Enziar?
I am Enziar, the mystical wizard, master of the arcane, is how he would have introduced himself when
Perfect.
you first all met him. He is an old human man with a big white beard and bushy eyebrows and a baggy wizard cloak. It's kind of like purpley, and also a pointy wizard hat. He carries with him a fancy-looking staff with a red gem, kind of like at the top of it, that he uses to walk with.
Wonderful. And Enziar was hired by Reyes Silvertower, the arcane guide to the rulers of Oasis and owner of the Silvertower Academy. He was hired to track down the ancient trident called Wave. Wave was a weapon thought to have been forged by storm giants out of devotion to the old gods of the ocean. Reyes and his divine research team are analysing it to discover what happened to the old gods of Alais. The second was, Kat, are you ready to talk, or shall we do San first? I'll check the chat. Unready, no worries. So the next was San. Would you like to introduce your character?
Yes. San introduces herself as a mercenary from Kuartan. She appears to be a human woman with dark hair who you've always seen dressed in... I think everyone here has seen Princess Mononoke. You know, Lady... What's her name? The one who runs Irontown.
The bad
Lady...
Iboshi.
Thank you. I couldn't think. Lady Eboshi, she is basically dressed like that. She's got like a long, dark coat, and then she's got kind of like wide legged trousers. She is fairly quiet when you first speak to her, and mostly keeps to herself. I don't think she really shares much other than that.
All right. Now, San, would San have said who they were hired by?
Yeah.
All right. So, San was hired by the Lady Patrician Anastasia Hone of Everkeep Harbour to recover Black Razor, an incredibly powerful greatsword of unknown origin, once wielded by the champion Juge Deng, who was a Black Knight. This was a big surprise to people following the case, as nobody knew the Lady Patrician even originally owned the sword, as it had been assumed lost many, many years ago. Are you ready now, Kat?
Yeah, sorry, Tim's just still eating, so I'm trying to like.
No worries.
Poor boy. I'm telling him to stop scraping his knife against the plate. Sorry. Very last minute, so here we go. Yes, ready.
All right. So the third adventurer was Dooney. And would you like to introduce Dooney?
So Dooney's quite quiet. He's a shy wee Twilight Domain cleric. He's a furbolg, and he's very tall. He's like almost 8 foot tall. And he's, I guess, by their age, he's kind of nearing middle age. He's 200 nearabouts. And yeah, he's wearing splint armor, and he's got a big war hammer, and he's just all in all just a wee guy doing his best.
Sounds wonderful. All right. Dooney. Would Dooney have said who they were hired by?
Yeah.
All right. Dooney was hired by Krughilda Silverlake, matriarch of the Silver Lake Mining Company and 1/3 democratic leader of the dwarven city of Greymere Pass. Dooney was hired to locate and retrieve the weapon Whelm, a magical warhammer forged by a long-dead and disgraced clan of dwarves. The warhammer had been kept in the Greymere Museum for centuries as an important piece of dwarven history before it was stolen. And those are the three adventurers. With this knowledge, the trio set out for White Plume Mountain and finally arrived after a half-day travel from the nearby village of Widow's Peak. So, you arrive at the mountain and you locate a cave dug into the side, what looks like a great maw filled with jagged stone teeth. Heading in, you walk for about 10-20 minutes before eventually arriving at the end of the cave. And it's here that you find a small trapdoor covered in dirt and muck with a rusted iron ring set into it. And this is where your adventure starts, and you can all take control and do what you like.
Ooh. Well, to start with, who's human?
NZR is human.
Would NZR like some dark vision?
It's pitch black.
Yes, and NZR would like some dark vision.
Then Dooney will give NZR some dark vision with his cleric ability that I know somewhere, but yes, he's got dark vision now.
San would also love some dark vision.
And Dooney will give her dark vision because he can also give it to her. He can, I think, up to 5 people. So there you go.
Lovely.
I can see. That's quite the trick.
Yes, thank you, Dooney. This will be useful, better than stumbling around in the dark anyway.
Yeah. Well, the dark's less scary when you can see, and that's my job. So you're welcome.
San to that gives a polite smile, and then she's going to check out a trapdoor. Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to open it?
If it opens, she will.
Hey.
She'll try. In fact, she'll
All right.
look for traps first before she does that.
Okay, roll perception. Is it for traps? I always forget.
I think I always rule it investigation. I think it's.
Oh, investigation. Then I think you are right.
That's an 11.
All right. You give it a cursory look over, and as far as you can tell, there are no traps.
Then she'll heave it open if she can.
All right. It opens very easily, and I will just very quickly tell you what you can see once I unplug my charger from the living room. Okay. All right. So, with your vision and all being able to see down, you see a spiral staircase that leads down into the darkness. The staircase is badly rusted, but appears to be sturdy. And as soon as you open it, the air inside the passageway is warm, humid, and rather foul.
As they're going down the stairs, could NCR use prestidigitation to clean the rust off the stairs?
Yeah. Yes. I think it's there's a lot of rust, so I think it might take a while to get all of it. But you can definitely.
Well, he wouldn't want to be. If it was going to take a while, he wouldn't do it vigorously. But if it made going down the stairs a bit more. A bit more
certainly
pleasant.
make it cleaner for at least the party's hands holding onto the railing.
Yes.
Yes. All right. With a wick of your hand, you clear some of the rust away. And do you all begin heading down?
Yeah.
All right. What order would you all like to walk in? It's 1 by 1 currently.
San will go first.
All right. San takes the lead.
NCR can go second, I guess.
All right. NZR following close behind, and Dooney at the back. So, the spiral staircase descends for about 100 feet or so, until you eventually reach the bottom of the stairs with a splash. And you find that the floor is submerged beneath about a foot of water. And you are now all in control of your characters here in this little hallway. Yeah.
Nice. San is gonna, with her Armor of Shadows invocation, she is going to just cast Major Armor on herself, just in case. And just start looking around.
Okay. So the first thing you notice is that, of course, there is a foot of water across the sort of ground. It's all stone. However, you do notice it's very humid, and floating on the water are splotches of green and white sort of algae-looking substance. You can also see it clinging to the walls and patches and to the ceilings as well, and it seems to be all over this chamber.
Quite a dank place, this.
Yes, not the most pleasant.
Perhaps further along it will become a bit more hospitable.
That's optimistic of you, but hopefully you're right. Yeah, I guess Sam will just start heading down.
All right. So you all begin to head down the hallway and you turn the corner. And as you turn the corner, you see a rather mangy, bedraggled gynosphinx. She's squatting in the space where 3 corridors converge with the one you are. She lifts her head quite wearily and looks at you all as you approach, as if sort of waiting.
Does San know anything about these creatures?
roll a intelligence check and then use a skill and then let me know what the skill is.
Okay. Oh boy. They probably don't. That's let me see if I've got proficiency in any intelligence. I don't think that I do.
Do you need to do
No.
a history check?
Can NZR do a history check too?
Yes, you may.
San also rolled a history check, but they rolled a 5. So I'm guessing they know nothing.
NZR
San-
got
my
23
God.
in history.
23.
Junie got less than that. He got a 16.
All right.
NZR rolled
Do
a
you need-
16, but as a wizard.
You have heard stories of sphinxes. You know that they ask riddles and they guard temples, and they're very knowledgeable and wise creatures who pursue sort of intellectual ideas. NZR, you know all of this, and you also know that they are rather skilled in arcane, and they tend to, live for a long, long time. They are often hired to guard big vaults or, ancient crypts. But you do know that they usually ask some sort of riddle before allowing one to pass.
Mm. Okay, so upon consulting his memory banks and discovering that, he would say to the rest of the group, it seems to me that in front of us is a sphinx. I would anticipate that they might have a riddle for us in order for, and if we solve it, we may be allowed to pass.
A riddle. Oh, fantastic.
It's not too bad. It's better than a fight.
If you say so.
Riddles. Why don't you? Well, why don't we go and see what's going on then?
I suppose.
Junie nods.
All right.
And Zero approach.
As you approach the ancient Gynosphinx, she rises sort of regally, or attempting to look as regal as possible, but she looks very battered and old and bedraggled and mangy. And she says, "Are you prepared for my riddle?"
Oh, yes. What is your riddle, oh, wise one?
She waits a moment, looking you in the eyes, and then she begins to speak. "Round she is, yet flat as a board, altar of the lupine lords, jewel on black velvet, pearl in the sea, unchanged, but ever changing, eternally. What am I?"
The moon?
She nods her head, and then you see sort of a glimmer of light ahead of basically right in front of you, NZR. You see some sort of glimmer of light, and then she bows her head and says, "You may pass, but tread carefully and choose wisely, for ahead of each corridor lies one of the ancient weapons."
Thank you for your wisdom.
Thank you.
She remains silent, but moves aside to let you pass.
One more question, if you don't mind.
Perhaps.
Could you tell us which corridor corresponds to which weapon?
That is not mine to tell, wise one.
Then whose is it?
My masters.
And who is your master?
That, again, is not mine to tell.
And whose is it?
I grow weary of your questions, wizard. Choose.
Hmm. Do all of the corridors look from where Enzi are starting, or do any of them have any distinguishing features?
From here, no. You think you'd have to travel further down. They all look the
Alright.
exact.
In that case, Enziar would turn back to his comrades and say, "It seems we have a choice to make."
Seems that way. I say we take the middle road, just carry straight on.
Duniel nod.
San raises a brow at Enziar.
Then it's decided. The middle path we shall go.
All right. So you head down along the middle path. Now this corridor remains... Oh, let me just put some revealing areas. There we are. You can move ahead.
Nice.
Now, as you move along this water-covered corridor, you can see that there's a small sort of circular area to the east, and the water is deeper here. It seems to be sort of a 10-foot deep pit of water.
Sen looks inside. Are there any like markings they can see on the walls, or any just anything of interest on the walls?
On the walls, you can't see anything, no.
Can we see anything looking into the pool?
Make a perception check.
Could San make one as well?
Yes,
you can both roll or one roll with advantage.
Well, it's probably not going to get a ton better than I just got. Where's perception? There it is. I got 21.
21 is
significantly less.
21 is more than enough to see that at the bottom of the pit is a wheel connected to a valve.
There is a wheel connected to a valve at the bottom of the pool. Do you think that it might be significant in some way?
Could be.
I'd wager so. I would wager so. Now the question is, how do we get down there?
There's always swimming.
Yes, there is. Or I have another idea. They don't.
Will it take much longer than swimming?
Yes.
San is going to dive down. San's going to dive down and go take a closer look at the wheel and the valve.
All right. First thing you notice is that the water is quite disgusting. But you push on and dive to the bottom, and yes, you now have sort of an up and close look at this valve connected to the pipe. This wheel connected to a valve pipe.
Okay. Does it appear to go anywhere, the pipe?
The pipe sort of comes out of the wall behind it, and then back into the wall.
Right. Okay. San's going to reach for the wheel and just give it an experimental twist. They're not really trying to twist it all the way, but they're just seeing if it would easily turn or if it seems quite like stiff or anything.
You think it'll need a strength check. So would you like to make one or not?
Sam's going to come back up to the surface. And they're going to pull themselves up out of the water. And they'll say, seems like it might need a strong hand to turn that one. Although I'm wondering, might it be worth if we try and figure out what it does before we go turning wheels willy-nilly?
And he will look at both of them and then himself and say, well, I suppose I'm the strong one of the group, but maybe we're better figuring out what it does first, because I wouldn't want to cause any trouble or any harm.
No.
We could always
Well-
ask our friend back there.
I don't think she'll be offering us any more answers, do you?
Is she looking at us?
She is not. No, she's laid back down as if going to sleep.
Seems like she's asleep anyway.
Why don't we continue on for a while and see if we find anything that might give us a better idea? Any more pipes like that one or something?
You have the mind of an adventurer.
Thank you. Well,
All right. Oh, sorry.
oh, no, that's fine. Sam was just going to say, well, let's go.
All right. You carry on up ahead. And up ahead, you see what appears to be a water-covered room with steps rising out of the muck on the far side, sort of along here and here.
Where, sorry?
Along here.
Okay. Oh, yes, I see them now. I wasn't zoomed out enough.
Maybe that pipe maybe turning the wheel would drain the room and make it easier to navigate.
Seems like a convincing hypothesis to me.
So I'll just
I, for one, am not keen to get my robes very wet, if I can help it.
it's okay, I'll go do it. And then he's gonna go do the thing.
If you want, I
All right.
can try and remove some of the water in here for you. Make it a little easier.
He'll give a little smile and nod. That would be very nice, thank you.
Oh, they don't call me the master of the arcane for nothing. All right. And NCR is going to bend down and get on his hands and knees.
Okay.
Ooh. All right. Here we go. And from a pouch on his belt, he will produce a small piece of black cloth, which he brings out and begins to unfold, revealing that it is somewhat circular shaped. NCR would like to use the portable hole to begin draining the water.
So, all right. How 6 feet? How big is the portal hole? About 6 feet in diameter? Yeah.
It's 6 feet in diameter.
10 foot deep. Okay, yeah. So, are you putting it down at the bottom of the thing?
No, he'll put it against the side to start with.
Okay.
So kind of like this, you'll
Alright.
hold it under the surface of the water on the side of like the wall, down a bit.
Okay. You slap the portable hole against the wall and you activate it, and slowly but surely, the water begins to drain down about 5 feet. There's now 5 feet left at in the pit.
And Enzir will then, in fact, he'll then come up. He'll remove the portable hole, come up here, and put it back on, like try and like put it back here to empty the water out into this big room.
Okay. As you slap it against that wall, the water begins to drain out and back into the big pool. However, as the surface of the water begins to shift, two things come out of the water. You can see the tops of their heads rising out to look at you. And then after that, the rest of their heads come and follow. And they look like two young women with greenish, pale skin and long black hair slick against their skulls. And they look at the two of them, look at the three of you. And they
Hello.
smile.
Hello.
Oh. Well, hello. Oh, what are you doing here?
We're having a look around. Do you
You're having a look
live
around?
here?
Yes, we do.
Oh dear, I hope we're not disturbing you.
Oh, no, not at all. You're very welcome, actually. We haven't had company in quite a long time. The both of them look at each other and then giggle and look back at you.
And NCR roll insight on that.
Yes, you may.
All right. Oh boy. That was a 4.
A 4. They seem very happy that you're here.
San is not rolling insight, but just immediately finds these ladies rather sus. So she stood quite tense, and her hands like ready to dart for her
Okay.
dagger.
Right.
Dooney looks very nervous.
me
Can
out.
he roll insight?
Yes, he may.
Oh, he got a good one. He got like over 20. He got like, let me do the maths. I don't know the maths. Yeah. Oh no, okay, no, I do know the maths. Yeah, he got a 26.
You note that these two women, and now you can see that their eyes are almost entirely black, and that they have gills on the sides of their neck. They seem a little bit insidious, and they might have ulterior motives. And one of them says to San, "Oh my, you look very tense. Would you like to come and join us?"
Okay, right. NZR, he rolled a 2, and so he thinks they're very happy. But he would also he is an experienced, a somewhat seasoned adventurer and has been in places like this. He probably wouldn't actually buy this. If he'd rolled slightly higher and gotten an insight on, he might not do this, but because his insight check didn't actually change his initial impression, he's going to cast Firebolt.
All
my
right.
God. All right.
Okay, let's everybody please roll initiative.
Before Dooney can even say anything, he just goes, oh, as soon as it happens.
Oh my lord, this dice is bad. You know what? Screw you, dice.
So I have a question. I've never had a character that's had negative dex before. I think you can see where this is going. Is his initiative -1 to whatever he rolled?
Yes.
Okay, then he got a 17. He's fine. No, he's fine. I just wanted to be
Right.
certain of that. He did a good job.
Can you see them on the map?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Does Enzier's attack count as a surprise attack? Or does it
Yes,
inflict the surprise status on them? Because surprised is
yes.
technically
So
a
the
status
first
on
round will be
enemies.
surprise round for you guys.
Nice. Oh wait, does that give sneak attack? I can't remember.
Surprise
that-
does, yeah.
Don't know if you could hear that, but I rubbed my hands together obnoxiously.
I think. Let me just check. Yeah, I think you do get sneak attack if you're surprising them. I think it makes sense.
Cool.
Okay. Zara, do you want to put in some funky music?
Sure. Bear with me.
Let me just add in everybody's turn.
Guiding bolt's so OP. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, Guiding
Guiding
Bolt's
Bolt's
fantastic. I love it so
Bread
much.
and butter, babe.
4d6 for a level 1. That's insanity.
Huh?
I love it.
Mm,
I think you figured out what Dooney's going to do. But
An idea.
I wonder
Oh,
what it could be.
Oh God.
he doesn't have much ranged things. He's more of a slap him with a hammer type.
Rhythm Bombs.
All
where
right.
are you?
So, NZR, do you want to roll your damage and tell me which one you're attacking? Or your attack, even?
Yeah, so it'll be Firebolt, and that is a 21 to hit,
21 definitely hits.
and it does 12 damage.
All right, which one are you attacking?
The one on the left.
The one on the left. All right. So the fireball flies. Firebolt or fireball?
Sorry?
Is it firebolt or fireball?
Firebolt.
Right. The firebolt flies towards the one on the left. She tries to. She doesn't look like she was preparing it, and it hits her square in the face. Her skin's very wet, and it almost seems like it doesn't really do that much damage. The fire.
And he will also say, I'm not falling for your tricks, you wily maidens.
Wonderful, wily maidens. Does that end NZR's turn?
Yes, it does.
All right. Next up is Dooney.
Dooney will say, we're firing things, okay. And then he'll cast Guiding Bolt, and you do an attack roll for that, right? So the attack roll for that
Yes.
was 11.
11 does not hit.
Well, that's fine.
Wait, or is Guiding Bolt a dex saving throw? Actually, let me check.
I don't think so.
No.
It didn't
it's-
say
it's a
so, no.
ranged-
Yeah,
It's a ranged spell. Unfortunately, that misses.
he's just gonna go, oops, and then continue on.
Is that Dooney's turn?
That's Dooney's turn.
Yeah, your ones, unfortunately, they're still stunned, so they're not like ducking or anything. It just goes wild. It's hard to kind of get a good aim in this narrow corner. Next up is San.
Okay. How deep is the water? Is it pretty deep?
You cannot tell from here.
Okay. Ugh. San is going to Eldritch Blast the one that NZR hit.
Alrighty.
Oh wait, in fact. Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. Yes. So I'll roll for that. Oh my god, that's a nat one. I gave the dice one more chance, you guys, and it gave me a nat one.
As we're
Oh.
doing this, do you want to do the fumble? Do you want to do quick fumble?
Yeah, why not?
Do you have a good table? I just found like this random.
I just can't remember what one I use. But you know what? I'm not gonna link the one that I use because it's got the really horrible confusion thing that Cat got, and I don't want to get that.
Bryn remembers that. Bryn very much remembers.
Uh-huh.
Bryn's poor hand. I'm just quickly trying to find a nice one.
But she broke
this
her hand
one-
as well. Oh.
Oh, this one looks good. Spell attack. fumble. Okay, roll a D100 for me.
Okay. That is 57.
57. So what do you fire your Eldritch Blast? Is it your hand?
Yes.
So you go to fire and you scramble so hard to fire off quickly that it kind of overloads in your hand and it singes your fingers, the Eldritch Blast, and you feel sort of your magical energy sort of blocked momentarily. You are unable to cast spells until the end of your next turn,
Okay.
as you're sort of overloaded magically.
That's all right. Okay. Oh god. San is 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. She's gonna head over to the pool. Because I think she might try giving the wheel a bash on her next turn, because she's kind of useless when she can't go up to things. And that'll be her turn. She'll finish her turn there.
All right. Next up are the Kelpies, but they are surprised, so they just look shocked, and we're back to NCR.
NZR is going to cast another firebolt.
All right, which one? Same one on the left?
Yep. 24
Roll
to
away.
hit.
That hits.
14 damage.
14 damage. Again, it seems reduced by the water. They're now able to sort of duck and move. They've kind of blinked themselves into awareness of what's happening, and they hiss at you. It hits.
He will also cry out, "You won't be pulling me into a watery grave!" And that will be his turn.
All right, back to Dooney.
Dooney will he will go and run. Is he able to climb all the way down in this turn?
You're going down into the water pit?
Yeah, he's just gonna like go, don't worry, I'll do it. And then he's gonna try and deal with the wheel.
Yes, you are able to go right there and just jump straight into the pool.
Then
All
he
right,
will
and-
do that.
All right, make a strength check for me.
Come on, Dooney, you're strong. You should do this. That was a 17. No, 16.
You budge at it, but it's just a little stuck. You can't get it just yet.
Oh, then he'll come back up for air and do a little bit of a paddle and tread the water.
Bless.
And he'll just look sad. He'll look at San and be like, I tried.
A sopping wet Dooney pops his head back up and looking a little bit forlorn. Next
San
up
is frowning. San mutters something to herself in a language I doubt very much that Dooney understands.
Which language?
Infernal?
Okay, no, he doesn't understand Infernal. That's good.
Yep. And she hops down and she's gonna try turning the wheel.
Okay, roll another strength check.
Okay. Nope, that's less than 16. That's an 11.
Nope. You go and try and take over, but try as you might, you just can't get a good grip. It's wet as well. It's really hard to let go. You're able to keep your heads kind of like you're not too far from the surface of the water thanks to 5 feet of it being lowered by Enzi. But yeah, still unable to get it.
San kicks it in frustration. Can she climb back out with her movement, or how much is that?
It'll take 10 feet of movement to climb back out because you'll be climbing up the wall.
Okay. Yeah, she'll climb out.
All right, you climb back.
Yes, that is her turn.
Wonderful. The two Kelpies, they look kind of hurt, NZR. They look really offended. They go, oh, that was very rude of you, but I suppose we could forgive you. Why don't you come and join us? Win. Yes, why don't you? Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Okay. Oh no! Is a natural one an automatic fail?
That is an automatic fail, and you are charmed. I'll just put a little thing on you. You're charmed. So, while you are charmed, you are in. And you every turn you have to move towards them as much as you can, trying to get as close as possible. That's your turn. That's one of their turns. The next one looks to you, San, and calls you from down the hallway and says, "You two, come on, why don't you join us? Your big strong friend's coming. Make a wisdom saving throw."
Does this count as I don't know if it does. Does this count as a spell or effect that would cause San to be possessed, or is charmed a different thing?
Charmed is a different thing.
Okay,
Possessed
that's
is sort of spirit going in you. This is just hypnosis, basically.
Right. Okay, doke. Wisdom, did you say?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh my god, that is an 8.
8. That is a fail. You are
Yep.
also charmed. You must spend your entire turn abduction.
Fantastic.
Oh, also, your character is you are compelled to breathe normally while you're charmed in this way, and won't attempt to hold your breath.
Oh
Great.
God!
Great. Yep.
I wasn't expecting to
Alright.
die in the second room.
Wait, it's gonna be okay. Guys, I promise it's gonna be okay. Finn, I'm not telling you what's happening until it's my turn, but it's gonna be okay.
All right, NZR, you are compelled to spend your entire movement walking towards the Kelpie on the left. So I'll just control you for that. You do so. How many feet of movement do you have?
Let me quickly double check.
Right, okay. So you step forward, and as you step into forward, this is also sort of 1 foot deeper, and then another 1 foot, and then San and Dooney, you see NZR plummet underneath the
Oh
water
dear.
with the third step, and then continue to swim towards the Kelpie with his arms open, kicking forward in a loving embrace.
Oh,
However, as
maybe
he
you're
swims,
not so bad.
he's drowning as he does so.
Oh.
Let me just quickly check. Okay, yeah. You are suffocating, which means you have 2 rounds to reach air before you drop to 0 hit points.
Oh my goodness.
All right, that is NZR's turn. Next up is Dooney.
Okay, so how far can Dooney move? Because does he have to climb out, or is he able to just get out, or is that going to cost him a lot of
It'll
movement?
take 10 feet of movement to get out and onto there.
Well, then he will go as far as he can, which I think is probably about there.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. And, well, it's not going to help Endir, which I really am sorry about, but he's going to channel divinity, and should I send this into the chat what it does? Because basically you can end an effect on any creature that's within 30 foot of this, radius, the sphere of, dim light, and the effect lasts for 1 minute, and any creature that ends its turn in the sphere can have one of these benefits, which is that you can either grant temporary hit points, or you can end one effect, which is either charmed or frightened. So this was very ideal. But I'll put it in the chat just so you can see what it is. Right, it's in the general chat. So yeah, that should end the effect on San.
All right.
Nice.
Okay,
Thank you.
Sam, you are no longer charmed.
Woo.
I don't know how channel divinity works. I think it's an action, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then perfect. Well, then
Oh, sorry. NZR gets to make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of his turns, so he does get to make that.
Can I make that retroactively?
Yeah, retroactively, yeah.
All right, let's try again. 12. Wait a minute.
12.
Wait a minute. Am I dumb? Let me check something that I may have forgotten about. Where? Oh no, never mind. That's wrong level. Yep, 12.
12 is a success.
Oh, neat.
So Enzar, retroactively, before Dooney did this, you were kicking your way towards it, and she sort of grabs onto you as your vision becomes your own again, and you realize you are underwater, drowning. There is water in your lung, and there is a sort of a monstrous fish woman grabbing onto the sides of you. So yes, and then back to Dooney, and Dooney's turn.
I think I'm still getting to grips, but I think that's pretty much all Dooney can do. He's just channeling that divinity. So yeah, that's it.
All right, and now San, it is your turn.
Okay. San like blinks and clears their head and looks to Dooney and gives a brief nod of thanks. And then she is going to step here and she is going to try once again to shoot off an Eldritch Blast at the one with the effect on Enzar.
Nice, okay.
That is 15 plus
Hits.
22. And that's 1d10 of force damage, I believe. Jesus fuck. That is 1 force damage, and I don't think I took the thing that gives you extra damage on your hex.
Oh dear.
If that's even a thing. So that's 1 force damage.
It sort of goes under the water, and it does hit her, but like barely.
Yep.
She's laughing as she's grabbing Enzar's face. Is that your turn?
Yeah. Wait, can you cast multiple spells so long as one of them is a cantrip and the other one isn't, or do you need like a feat to do that?
Yes, if one is a cantrip, then you can cast another spell, yeah. As long as it's a bonus action spell, of course.
Yep. Actually, no, I don't think she's going to bother doing that. Yeah, so no, that's her turn.
All right. Kelpie, the one grabbing Enzar, is going to make a multi-attack against him. So, 1d10. The first one is a 12 to hit,
Nope.
and the second one is a 17 to hit.
That is his.
That will
That
hit.
meets his armor. However, he will use his reaction to. Where is it? It's the wizard's. Have I not written it? Use your. No, that's. It's the reaction to. You can use his reaction to increase his AC by 2.
Yes,
Arcane
that would
deflection.
work. So, is that shield?
It's arcane deflection. It's a war magic subclass.
Ooh, nice. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, you can cast that then. So it sort of bounces ineffectually off of you as she tries to bite at you.
And it's so his armor class is increased by 2 until the next against that attack. Yep.
All right. And next up is Kelpie number 2, who's going to come up behind you and flank you, and also attack you.
Oh dear.
God.
Oh jeez.
12, so 12 for the first one, And then for the second attack, a 16 or a nat 20.
Oh boy.
So I'm assuming the nat 20 hits.
That is higher than 17.
All right, so that's 4d8 plus 2. As she comes up, oh my god, 24 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Okay.
Piercing damage as she breaks into your back, tearing the sort of back of your ribs.
That's fine. He's technically, that was technically less than half of his health.
Dooney and San, you see the water beginning to turn red, and there's sort of like
Oh,
flashes
boy.
above the.
Oh.
I'm
I
not
should
prepared
have
for
brought
this.
Madeline to this fight. She could hit from a long way away.
But that is their turns. We are now up to. Oh, also sorry. You are also now grappled, NZR.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I
So
didn't
it's now
make
your
it back
turn.
up. Oh, it's NZR's turn.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm obligated to try and break the grapple. Is that a strength check?
You can do strength, contesting, athletics, or dexterity. Let me just quickly check. I always forget grappling rules. You can use this action to escape. You must succeed on an athletics or acrobatics check.
I will do an acrobatics.
Alrighty.
Oh, I rolled 11.
It rolled a nat 20. Kelpie number 2, you're trying to swim out of her grip, but she's like dragging you down to the bottom of the water. Which means that is your first turn spent drowning? No.
This is the second turn that is ended
That's
underwater.
the second turn that you've ended underwater. You are now unconscious.
Oh my god. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, Lord in heaven.
I don't know what to do.
Could you please make a death saving throw?
Ay, ay, ay.
Wait, doesn't ending the turn put him to 0 though?
Oh yeah, no, yes, so yes, next turn you make death. Very
Yes.
Okay, so you all see the thrashing stop all of a sudden, and the water beginning to turn very red. You see some sort of cartoonish bubbles come up to the surface. It is now Dooney's turn.
What do I do? Zara, can Dooney swim in heavy armor? Because that's part of the reason. How can he swim in heavy armor?
Oh, let me quickly. I think you sink. I think you sink in heavy armor.
How?
I mean, he's strong, but I don't know if he's that strong.
Also, how does combat work in water? Like, is it just... I have to assume it's not just the same as when you're on land, is it?
Combat in water. Like underwater combat. You have resistance to fire damage if you're underwater. If you don't have a natural swimming speed, you have disadvantage on a melee attack, and ranged weapon attacks automatically miss a target beyond the weapon range if you're underwater. And then it has disadvantage if you're within normal range.
Yeah. So Sen is pretty much all but useless fighting in water because daggers are her entire thing.
Well then, sorry, I just wanted to double check. So, yeah, it doesn't make much. Okay, so I guess he will... Oh god, I'm just playing him like Adine, I'm so sorry. Summon spiritual weapon, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that's the only thing I can think of. That makes sense. Although, like, I don't know if this is... Okay, right, yeah, so he's going to do it. I don't know if you can technically flank, but he'll summon it here.
Okay. It wouldn't count as a flank because NZR is unconscious.
Oh yeah, of course. That's a very good point. Oh, right, and then so then it'll make an attack.
Mhm.
Zara, do you roll an attack roll for that?
Yes.
Is there any bonuses to the attack roll? No.
Zara, do you know?
To spectral weapon, I do not believe so.
Well, that's fine because I rolled an 18.
Nice, that will hit.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
No, I think it'd be plus your to hit. It's I think it's plus your
Spell attack bonus?
spell. Yeah, your spell attack bonus.
Okay, so it will definitely hit then.
Yes.
Defo.
All right, so that's 1d8. Okay, so that's 9 force damage.
Right.
And then as a bonus action, you can move the weapon 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it, right? Sorry, I'm really just coming to grapple.
I think you
Or is
cast it
that-
as a bonus action. So I
Oh.
don't think you can use your
So you
bonus
can't-
action to move it in the same turn.
Okay, fair enough. All right, sorry, it was just the wording. So then, yeah, force damage, that's pretty much all Dooney can do.
All right. Okay. What is the weapon?
I guess it'll be related to something dusk-like, maybe something dim twilight, moonlight little guy with, I don't know, maybe like a sword or something? I'm not sure. I haven't thought this far. I'm just trying to not like let one of the party members die. It's a hammer, okay? It's a hammer.
Here's a bonks the kettle on the head. And she takes damage and she lets out a hiss. Is that your turn? You still have an action.
I don't think so. I think that took up my action because I cast the spell, right?
No,
it's
it's
a
a bonus
bonus
action.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, sorry.
It's insane.
Well, he can't really do anything else though because all of his other actions are spelly related. So no, that literally he can't really do anything else because unless
I think.
what?
Can you not take another attack with it if you use your action? Because you can convert bonus action.
See, that's what I. Okay, yeah, okay, right. We'll do that.
So, I think
Let's just like not let. Let's just like not have death. Okay, so can it attack again?
let's roll again.
Which one's the one grappling? Whatchamacallit?
Yes, the one you hit before.
Okay, right. Oh, that was even better. That was a 27 to hit.
Oh, Defo hits.
Okay, I'll roll damage. That was slightly less damage with an 8 force damage.
8 force damage. All right, second attack slams down again and hits it. She's looking very annoyed. Is that
Uh-oh.
Junie's turn?
That is Junie's turn.
All right, next up is San.
Okay. San is going to shout at Dooney and say, we need that water down. And then San is going to move. Oh, what the hell? They're just going to do it. They're going to move here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to throw a dagger at the closest Kelpie. Not their special dagger, just a regular dagger. But first, they're going to use their bonus action to cast Hex on the Kelpie.
Okay.
They're gonna give it disadvantage on, I don't know. On Dex ability checks, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, and they're gonna throw their dagger at it.
All right, so the dagger will have disadvantage because it is underwater.
Okay, are both of them underwater?
They both are, yeah.
Okay.
They're both about 5-10 feet below the surface.
Oh my god, I dropped a dice. Could this day get any worse? Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
It's like,
All right, let's go. That is oh my god, where is it? That's a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Nice. Then that will be 1d4 and a d6. Yeah, it is a d6 for checks, isn't it? Yes, okay. For fuck's sake. That is 4 plus 5. 9 piercing.
Okay.
And 1 necrotic.
Nice.
And that's their turn.
All right. You cast the hex on it, and the hex sort of attaches itself to her. And then the dagger finds itself right in her. She lets out, and then it hits it. She does not come towards you. However, her sister does. Is going to come, and she's going to try and drag you.
Okay.
You see that the water ends basically right in front of her. So the first attack is an 11 to hit,
That misses.
and the second one is a 15 to hit.
That also misses.
Right, she goes to grab your leg and you hop away, and she keeps trying to grab at you and pull you in, basically. But that is her turn. The second one is going to attack Enziar, which I believe will be at advantage because he is unconscious, which is with a 22 to hit, I don't think. Yeah, a 22 to hit. So that's one fail on your death saving throw.
Oh.
And then she's going to attack again with, I think, another death saving fail with a 21 to hit.
All right.
Okay, just going to double check something.
NZR is your turn. You can make a death save.
Did anything add to that, or is it?
It's just a straight. I think you add your Constitution. 1 minute. I think you add your Constitution modifier. Do you add anything to it? I always get confused. Yeah, saving. You must make a special saving throw to turn. Oh no, you don't add anything to this.
How'd you do it? Is it?
So I'll type it in without the dot.
Yeah,
Obviously.
he's dead.
Oh, no!
ZR is dead.
Shit!
You see NZR's body stop moving, and the Kelpie takes a huge bite out of his neck, and then turns to face you, Sam, blood in her mouth. Dooney, it is your turn.
Dooney's gonna go, no! And then... Wait, he doesn't have a swimming speed! Oh god! Wait. But he can fly, technically. I'm so confused. Apparently he can fly.
You could still swim, but I have to assume, like, in no armor, your swim movement is 20 feet. So in heavy armor, I have to assume it would be, like,
nothing,
Yeah.
basically.
In heavy armor, it's reduced to 0. If you're in heavy armor, it's in straight.
So, okay. So I have a thing called... I don't understand how this works. So as a bonus action, when you're in dim light or darkness, you can magically give yourself a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 minute. And you can use this as a bonus action a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you will regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. This is a wacky
So when you're in
subclass.
darkness, you can fly, basically.
Basically, if I'm in dim or dark light, I can fly. Is this
Nice.
dark?
Okay. Yes, it's pitch black.
Dooney's gonna fly.
Okay. Dooney, you, as a bonus action, begin to fly. So you have flying speed to, I'm assuming, 30.
Yeah, I think so. So he's gonna soar like an eagle, and then... Well, can he just drop down, or does that not count?
Kelpie's let go of him, so he's technically floating on the surface.
If this is the case, if you allow it, then Dooney will get to him, whatever means necessary. Is that 30 feet?
Where? I can't remember where you were.
He was here.
That's 30 feet. Yeah, you can still reach him. You can still reach him by going there.
Okay, then he will. Then he will run. He will fly. Fly here.
Yes. Yep, that works.
Then he will cast. He will reach down and touch. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Wow, how could you forget the name of Enziar, the mystical wizard?
I'm so sorry. He will reach down and grab NZR by the wrist, and he will cast Revivify. with
NCR, you're returned to life by the divine.
with the 1 hit point.
I noticed then that. Oh wait, no. For a moment, I was like, I can't select NZR anymore because I thought you had like done something to make him unselectable. But then I realised that his name is actually just over one of the Kelpies, and I was trying to move the Kelpie.
No, thankfully, you are able to control yourself as you floating atop the water, burst back to life with 1 HP.
Duty stands over you, majestic.
It's just floating. I mean, Ezra, you can no longer see because the dark vision, I'm assuming, will have ended on you.
Am
I assume so.
in hell?
You're in pitch black, floating in cold, murky water. You're bleeding everywhere, and you can just faintly see out a giant Bolg holding his hand out to you.
Oh, I think Dooney will say, "Be not afraid."
I'm very afraid. NCR's just glad that it's so dark that you can't see the colour of the water around.
Okay, that's the end of Dooney's turn. He's just gonna have to float there.
Sam.
San says to the Kelpie, she's going to say it in Infernal. She says, "I was hoping you'd come closer." And then she's going to stab it with her better dagger.
All right, roll your attack.
Has it protruded out the water to attack her, or is it still underwater?
It's like head is poking out and it's trying to grab at.
So it's just straight up attack without disadvantage then, or
Yeah, it's technically not underwater. It's like submerged.
Nice.
It's not submerged.
nice. Her hex was on the other one, right? I think.
Yes, yeah, the
Yeah.
hex is stone.
Okay, cool. I don't think. Oh my god, sorry, I forgot. I closed the rogue tab and I didn't mean to do that. But okay, right. Yep, she's gonna stab it. That is a 20.
That does hit.
Oh no, sorry, it isn't. It's a 23. And that is Jesus. That's 8 piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
Sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
And what the hell? They're gonna. Oh no, never mind. That's a bonus, an action. That'll be their turn.
All right. You go to stab at her and you do so successfully. She hisses at you. And it's now her turn. And she's going to attempt to grab at you again. She pops back out of the water, rolling a nat 1, so I'll roll nat 1 fair thing. Critical fumble, wherever it is. That was a... so it was a weapon attack. 87. Where is it? 87. You attack wildly and lose track of the fighter around you. End your turn. Oh, she instantly ends her moves to the bottom of the initiative order at the start of the next round. Oh, okay. She already is. but she doesn't get her second attack. She starts grabbing at you, and she's very enraged that NZR is back up and that you actually managed to hit her. And she's grabbing at you wildly and missing and hissing and flailing, and she looks like she's taking a attack. That's her turn. Her friend is going to look at you, Dooney, and she's going to grin and say, "Come down here with us." And she's going to try and grab you and pull you into the water.
No, Dooney.
They fix the hits, which I don't think hits.
Does not
And a
hit.
13 to hit. Both of
Does
them
not
miss.
hit. Dooney's just there like, you can't fool me, fish
All right,
lady.
both attacks miss, and we're back to NZR.
NZR is going to doggy paddle back a little bit. Technically.
She will take a
Oh right. Yeah.
opportunity attack.
No, you won't then. Technically, you don't need to see in order to cast magic missiles.
Oh god.
No, I don't think you do.
You don't even have to roll an attack to hit them because they just hit automatically. So I don't see why you'd need to see.
It has to be a creature that you can see within range.
Oh,
Oh.
I think Dooney does shed some light when he's
Oh, does he? Let's see.
if he
I
shed-
don't know.
If he shed light, would
No.
that immediately make him lose his wings?
no, that doesn't work. No, sorry. I'm just trying to check the channel divinity thing. Yeah, no, the area is filled with dim light because it's in dim light or darkness. So when he's channeling his channel divinity, he's actually emanating dim light
Uh,
when he does it.
Well, he would have dropped it to fly though.
Oh, does his channel divinity drop?
Well, it would have had to if he'd flown.
Okay, fair enough.
Does
Why-
it?
I'm,
No.
I'm still trying to get to grips with the cleric thing, but I thought the channel divinity just kind of
why would it
No, the
have
channel
dropped?
divinity stays. It's not concentration.
no.
Yeah. So that means he couldn't fly.
No, he can because he's got. Well, I thought he's got another thing that he can do as a
Ah.
bonus action,
Oh.
which he can. It's really confusing. I have no idea what I'm doing. So if I do
No,
something
you
wrong,
can definitely fly.
I'm confused. But it's fine. He's flying. Okay, right, yeah. But the point is that he's emanating dim light at the moment, so that technically.
Okay, yeah. If he's doing that, then yes. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so yeah, dim light. Was it a 30-foot?
30-foot sphere, yes. So also, if Enzir ends his turn there, then he can either be he can be granted temporary hit points too.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Enzir just he's gonna have to simp for Dooney after this.
There we go. So this is all dim light for NZR. This big. Can you see this big purple sphere?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
nice.
Alright, so he can cast magic missiles.
Yes, you may.
He's going to cast magic missiles and fire 3 of them all into this one.
Alrighty, roll your damage.
That's 3, 7, 11 force damage.
11 force damage. So I guess your jerk reaction then to waking up is to just go bolts into this one Kelpie face. And they all sort of hit her. And she seems a bit stunned. She looks quite hurt now. Quite very hurt. She looks like she's not got much left in her.
And tell you what, as a bonus action, he's going to disengage
All right.
because that seems like a good idea. I should have just disengaged from the first place, but oh well, bonus action it is.
All right. And you kick back over to here. You do note that this, the square right behind you, is back to being 1 foot, so you think you can get back on dry land.
Oh neat. then yeah, he would do that.
Nice. You are back. Well, kind of on dry land. All right. Is that your turn?
Did you say something about temporary hit points?
Yes, so it's 1d6 plus the cleric level, which I assume is 8. So you get 8 plus something temporary hit points.
Nice. You can roll for your 1d6 then.
Who rolls that?
I don't mind rolling it, or you can roll it if you like.
You go for it. You know the modifiers.
All right, so that'll be 12 temporary hit points.
Ooh, very nice.
He just wants to help.
I'm guessing since it's all sort of dusk themed, maybe it's like shadows clinging to him, sort of giving him a bit of like.
Yeah, it's a balance between it's sort of a mixture of both. You know, it's the dawn and dusk, the twilight, the moonlight stuff. I'm so confused by it, but I really liked the sound of it, so I was like, okay. Right. So does
Okay.
that make it Dooney's turn?
It does. Dooney, you're hovering above the water.
Zara,
Yeah.
with spiritual weapon, can you just like keep making it attack
Yep.
for you?
Yes.
Nice. Then I will do that. But
I'm not sure if it's. Sorry,
the
ignore me.
bonus. No, I feel like it.
I think it. I don't know. It says a bonus. It's a bonus action to move it. Well, it says as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon and repeat the attack, but it doesn't say that an attack on its own without moving it is a bonus action. I would have to.
imagine it would be.
I would assume so,
'Cause you can
but
just
it's.
move it 0 feet. Or you
Yeah,
can
so it'll
move
be a
it
bonus
5 feet
action
in one
to a-
direction and then back again.
Well, if it's if it's a bonus action, then go for it. If it's not, then I have another idea. But
It's a bonus action, so you would be able to attack.
okay. Well, I don't think that one's going to hit because that was an 11 to hit.
Unfortunately, does not hit.
Okay. Can he cast a spell since that's a different
Yes, you
thing?
can cast a spell, yeah, so yeah.
Okay, this is a cantrip anyway, as an action, and it's called Sacred Flame, and I want to give it a go because it sounds funny. And basically, they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, and she has disadvantage on those thanks to Hex.
Mm-hmm.
That is a sort of... Oh, nat 20, but it's a disadvantage, so 11.
I assume the saving throw is just so that will fail because it'll be just
Yes,
a mind
I think
thingy. So then it will take flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range, and the target must hit. And if it doesn't, it takes 1d8 radiant damage.
Damn.
But that was 1 damage.
One, you see a little spark of radiant flame sort of flicker across her head. She goes, ah,
He really tried.
you tried so hard.
He just shrugs, and yes, that's that. That's all he can do, which was plenty.
All right. Sam, your turn.
San is going to hit this bitch again.
Roll your...
That is a 17.
17 hits.
And that is a d4 plus 7. Oh, that's better. That's 11 piercing damage.
Nice. Okay, she's about halfway down, you think.
Can I didn't think of this earlier. I'm not used to two weapons. Can San attack with her other dagger with her offhand for a bonus action?
Yes, unless you have 2-weapon fighting, you don't get to add your modifiers to that. It's just a straight.
Yeah. No modifier to the
To the
just to the
damage.
damage. Okay, that's a 15 to hit,
15 hits. 15 hits.
and that's just 1 piercing damage.
1 piercing damage to it. You catch her, you nick her.
Nice. And yeah, that's her turn.
Alrighty. Up next is the Hexed Kelpie, who's probably going to attack Dooney again. Going to keep going for that. First attack is a 23 to hit.
That does hit.
That is 2d8 plus 2d8 plus 2. So first of all, that is 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you are now grappled as she grabs you by the legs and yanks you down into the water, and she swims to the bottom of the pit, 15 feet down underwater.
Oh, he's not even that far from the bottom with his head.
Bless. So you are now
No.
to hold your breath underwater. Holding your breath, I believe, let me just double check. Holding your breath. You can hold your breath for a number of minutes, equal to 1 plus your constitution mod.
Okay, so 3 minutes.
You've got 3 minutes. And then she's going to make another attack against you.
Okay.
Which is a 23 to hit again.
Yeah, that'll hit.
2d. Dealing another 16 piercing damage to Dooney.
Poor boy. That's okay, though. Alright.
And that is her turn. Next up is the one attacking Sam, who's going to attempt to drag Sam into them.
Okay,
With a 17 to hit,
that does not hit.
and a nat 1 again. Let's see what critical fumble is again. A 62, which means she... the women, you throw your weapon to the enemy's face. She doesn't have a... so I'll just say that she slips and takes 1d6 damage. Taking 4 damage. She knocks one of her teeth out. That is her turn. Next up is NZR.
Can NZR cast Firebolt at this one?
Yes, you may.
Then he will.
It is at disadvantage because she is submerged underwater.
13.
13 misses.
Well, that's NZR's turn.
Alright, Dooney, it's your turn. You have sunk to the bottom of the water. If you still have flying speed, I think you can get out.
So what, he can just... He's grappled. He's not able to attack whilst grappled, is he?
I think you are able to attack. Melee attacks will be at disadvantage, though.
Well, can he still make his spiritual weapon follow and attack as well?
Yes, you may.
Then he'll do that first.
Okay,
That was
roll.
a 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
So that's, what's the damage of a spiritual weapon again? 1d8, I think. Oh, 8! That was nice.
Does it add your spell attack bonus, or?
No, I don't think I don't think you, Zara, you know better than I do.
I think it adds your
Oh wait, is it just plus
spell.
5?
So it'll be your
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
your spell casting ability
Oh
modifier.
yeah. So that's an extra 5 on top of that. So that's 13.
Alright, that slams into her. She's looking very hurt now.
Okie dokie. Then screw it, he'll try and make an attack at disadvantage with his warhammer.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna hit. He keeps getting 11s.
Oh, 11 does not hit, unfortunately.
Is it an 11 or is it a 12? Is it a 12?
12
That make a
doesn't
difference.
hit.
It was a 12, but yeah. All right, yeah, that's it.
You go for it, but you're underwater and you're like, your movements are really slow, and she easily slips out of your grip and dodges around it. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, back to San.
Okay. San is gonna if you can you cast hex on more than one creature at one time?
I think it gets rid of it. Well, it's a concentration spell, so
Okay. Never mind then. Okay. So she's just gonna surprise hit it.
oh yeah.
First with her packed weapon, which is 16 to hit,
16 hits.
which deals 8 piercing damage. I am rolling like utter shit. And then with her offhand, she's gonna hit with a regular dagger, which is a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
That's just that's 4 piercing damage.
Nice.
And that will be her turn. How is it looking at the moment?
It's looking just as her sister. They both look about maybe just a couple more hits and then they're done. They're looking pretty close to the edge. Water is very red. You can't tell what's Enziar's and what's theirs.
San smiles maliciously at it, and that is her turn.
All right, it's the Hex one's turn, who's going to Dooney under the water for a 22 to hit for the first one. And
That
the second
hits.
one is a 6. So just 15 piercing damage to Dooney.
Okie dokie.
And that's her turn. And then the next one's going to attack you, Sam.
Okay.
With a... I'll get the wrong damage there. 14 to hit or a 11 to hit. So neither of her attacks hit.
Nope.
And then she's going to try to swim up, risking an opportunity attack.
Which San will definitely take. That is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
Dealing 10 piercing damage.
All right, it hits. She's still holding on. She's like gasping as she dives under the... And you see her swim sort of in this direction, and then she disappears underwater and you don't see her anymore. And that's her turn. Enziar, it's now your turn. You can only see one of the...
Well, he's gonna try and firebolt it.
Roll away.
That is 26 to hit.
Yes.
10
That
damage.
Yep. She's still kicking. The firebolt goes underwater and slams into her. Die any minute.
Alright.
Alright.
And that'll be his turn.
Alright, Dooney, your turn.
Spiritual weapon again.
Alright, roll your attack.
That was a 20 to hit, unnatural.
That definitely hits.
And that was 13 radiant damage.
How do you want to kill this Kelpie?
Hey.
Can he, since it's like a hammer, can it just go plunk?
Yeah.
That's it.
It just goes plunk. And then the Kelpie their body just floats up to the surface, and you're no longer grappled by her, and you can fly, so you're not drowning. Or
Yes,
stuck under
he'll rise from the water. And just like, that's it.
And the battle comes to an end.
Nice.
Oh my
There is.
That fight.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
You're not sure where the other Kelpie went to. You saw her dive under the water here, disappeared. And looking around, you can't see any movement.
Sorry, I'm finding some appropriate.
Thank you for bringing Revivify, Cat.
I know, I was like, do I get Revivify? I was thinking of the last level 3 spell, and I was like, yeah, just in case. You're very welcome.
I had tabbed out, and I was thinking,
Were you on fastcharactermaker.com?
no, I was thinking, I was like, my plan was actually to make a duplicate of Arthur's sheet and then scale it up. Because that was like the fastest I could think of getting a level 8 character.
Sorry for almost killing your character in the first encounter.
That's fine. If you had killed him,
That was
it would have
medium
just turned out
difficulty
that
encounter.
Enzir's identical twin,
Yeah, I would love
Enzir,
it.
was also coming.
My God. Well, you all are. I'm assuming, Dooney, you go back onto land.
Yeah, poor boy.
Over on where are you heading to?
He'll go to the steps, I think, and just kind of stand next to NZR and just kind of give him a little nod,
Nice.
a little shy nod.
Oh,
You drift
you
over.
saved me. I think.
You just give a little nod and say, "Well, it was what you do. I was glad I could help."
I hope you know that I will do my utmost to see that you are kept safe as well, though the restoring is not quite my suit.
That's all right. Thank you, though. I can do some restoring, and with that, actually, he is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself at 2nd level.
All right, restore your hit points.
I will.
San is muttering to herself. She's saying stuff in common, and then a second later she's saying something in infernal, and it's almost like she's having a conversation. She sort of like alternates between the two. And she is going to head to the wheel, and she's going to try and turn it because she doesn't want to have to deal with this blasted puddle when
All right,
we come back
roll
through.
your strength check.
Okay. It's not gonna make it. Yep, that's a 5.
It does again. You just can't get it. You can just keep trying, though.
She will.
There is a rule in Pathfinder for exactly this scenario called
For just like
taking 10.
spending. Yeah, I remember James tried to convince me to use it.
Yeah.
Though I think the way it works in D&D usually is that if you fail, then it's not like a repeated thing you can keep doing. It's just like
Yeah.
you just can't.
Taking 10 only applies to things that you can keep doing.
Well,
This also you can just keep doing.
Okay, she will. San's also gonna. Let me think. Let me just look at her inventory real quick and see if there's anything she's got in there that could help. Where is my inventory? Does she think she could use like a crowbar maybe to try and give herself some, what's the word I'm looking for? Like leverage? Yeah.
Sure, why not? I'll give you advantage.
Nice.
Maybe you can like shove it between the spokes and like push it
Yeah.
up against the wall. Just try and like
Yeah.
stick it.
Oh my fucking god. That's a 5. Again?
Nope.
with
It's just not
advantage.
going for you.
Yep. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
During
You reckon you've got one more attempt before you think you just break the wheel entirely.
Dooney's gonna notice this and probably go over at some point.
Yeah, NZR would come over as well, and he would say, why don't you let me have a go?
San looks at Enziar and then looks at Dooney and then tosses Dooney the crowbar and clambers out of the pit. and they're muttering away to themselves as they stalk away.
Dooney will smile awkwardly and shrug, at NZR and go, I'm the biggest, I'll try again. And then you can have a go if I can't do it.
Oh, all right. Be
And he'll go
my
down?
guest.
He's gonna jump down. If it's actually only 5 feet high, then he doesn't even have to hold his breath. He's literally just standing there. Right. Are you kidding me? Wait, is it with advantage?
Yes, if you're using the crowbar.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that's not any better, really. I got a nat 1 the first time, and the second time I got a 4, which is +4, which makes 8. So, yeah.
No, with this last one, you just think you've been yanking it so much that the wheel just pops right off, and the thing looks completely broken and useless.
All I'm saying is that I just did a roll for fun to see what NZR would have gotten if he'd been allowed to do it, and he got a 15.
I'm pretty sure, didn't Dooney roll like a 16 earlier?
Yeah.
You're right,
It was
he did.
it was a DC 20.
Oh my. Well,
Dooney will look very sheepish and give the crowbar back to San and be like, sorry.
San doesn't reply, and they will put away their crowbar, and they take off like their long coat and they fold it up and put it in their bag to make swimming across the pool a little less, a little easier. And then they will just they will do just that.
All right, you guys all swim across the and get back to the other land. And I'm assuming you head up into the corridor.
once we're on the land, can NZR use prestidigitation to dry himself off?
Yes, he may. You dry yourself off. There's still sort of 3 big claw marks in the back of your robe, but other than that, you're still a bit battered looking, but you're not wet anymore.
As long as no one's peeking in.
What HP is NZR on?
13.
Oh.
Dooney's on half health at the moment, which is 33.
Which is what?
33.
San looks at NZR and says, maybe if we find somewhere safe and away from this pool, we could rest for a while. You're looking a little worse for wear.
I think that is a wise idea.
San nods.
Maybe behind this door would be a good spot.
Maybe. Is this a door?
Yes, there's a door up here and a door here.
What do they look? Looking at them, do they look at all?
They're made of wood, slightly bloated from waterlogged damage, age, and with sort of some iron gilding on it. Pretty standard doors.
Okay. Sam's still gonna have a cursory check of this one for any traps or anything. And she's gonna roll a stealth check as well in case there are any other types of unsavory creatures on the other side of it.
So you're rolling a trap check?
Yep.
Alright.
Which is a I think a 14. Let me double check. 13.
13. You do not notice any traps on this door.
Okay. Also make a stealth check. I think it's the first time I've rolled above like an 11, and it's the one roll where I could have rolled a little lower because my modifier's so high. That's a 27.
27. Okay. You feel sufficiently sneaky crack the door open and peer in.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, you see a stone corridor.
Mhm.
Let me actually just give you a. Review. There you are. You see a long stone corridor, which changes abruptly to a spinning cylinder about here, apparently made of some light-coloured metal. The inner surfaces rotate rapidly, and it's painted in dizzying black and white spiral patterns, and it glistens as if coated with some sort of substance. There is also a door right here.
Okay. And it doesn't seem like there's any living thing in this corridor, does it?
No.
Okay.
And
I'll do that. That's a nat 1.
no.
Mm-hmm. Okay. San will nonetheless remain quiet, and they come on inside the corridor. And once the others have come through, she closes the door, and then she says, "We could rest here. Seems as good a place as any to me."
Dooney will nod.
Can you cast a spell as a ritual as part of a rest? Or am I imagining that?
Don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
But
Then
it does only take like 10 or 10 minutes,
for
doesn't
a
it? So
ritual cast.
so we could like fit in both.
Yeah, you could take an extra 10 minutes. I think it would count as a strenuous. You couldn't do it as part of it.
You'll do it and then the rest. So that would be detect magic.
You are detect magic. What's the range on that?
30 feet.
2 feet.
I think.
And it's blocked by stone. Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
For 30 feet around you, you cannot locate except Dooney's sword or hammer. Dooney's hammer. Sans blade? No, maybe not. I don't know. Other than magic items, no.
And his own hole.
And it's a hole.
Is something funny, Zara?
No, nothing.
Is something funny to you about
I
entering
am-
this magic
Large
hole?
hole.
I am an adult. I am an adult.
Then
That's a good short.
long rest it is. No, short rest it is.
Yes.
Sure. So you can spend your hit die that you would like to
get
spend.
one per level, right?
Yes, you would have 8d6, I think, for NZ.
Something
Or,
like that.
yeah.
Something like that.
It'll be
Yeah.
something. And you guys will have your hit die depending on your multi-classing and stuff.
So,
For Sam.
do you add your Constitution modifier to that when you roll for your hit points or not?
Oh, let me just check. Actually, I think you do.
I feel like you
Yes,
do.
For each die.
Yeah, you roll the hit die and add the character's Constitution modifier to it.
Lovely.
For
Doing
each
so much.
for each die, or
I mean, for each die, yeah.
I have to do some tallying.
And then you don't retrieve those hit die until your next long rest.
I have a suspicion that we will be long resting
I'm wondering
before
if I
the
should
end of this session.
join it. No, I enjoy seeing you struggle. I did say it would be hard.
Can
So you settle down. Oh,
Sorry.
pardon? Carry on.
Oh, I was just gonna say for flavor, Sen is sitting facing the door, and she is repeatedly throwing her dagger into it, and then dismissing the dagger, and then making it reappear in her hand, and then throwing it again, and she's just doing that for like a decent chunk of time.
That sounds very fun.
Judy looks quite unsettled at this.
What is everybody's passive perceptions, by the way? Because I forgot to ask.
Oof.
Dooney would be 18, I believe, with
All
wisdom.
NCR is 12.
And Sen's is 13.
right. Nice. Dooney, during the short rest, you notice, just out of the corner of your eye, that this little, you notice that there was a little slit, a little sort of almost envelope box in the wall just at the end of the corridor.
Mhm.
And about 10 minutes into the short rest, you see it very slowly close.
He will quietly say, I don't mean to alarm anyone, but there is a, you see, he'll point to the space that was open before, and now it's closed. I don't think we're alone.
Unfortunately, I can't quite see that far.
San looks at Dooney and then gives a small shrug and says, "Well, we already knew we weren't alone," and will continue to throw their dagger.
Oh, in that case, Dooney will probably have retroactively cast light as a cantrip, if he can, or something like that, just so that everyone can see.
All right.
Is that the one that makes an object glow?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
What object?
He'd probably cast it on his warhammer if he can.
All right. I'll put a little on you. So that's 20 feet of bright light and then 20 feet. I'll put 20 of bright light. And that's so that. Please excuse the horrible colors. The yellow is bright light. The purple is sort of dim light. If you can.
I
see
like it.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, but are you carrying on taking your short rest and benefiting from your hit die?
Well, Dooney definitely wants to.
Yep.
All right. Okay, the hour goes by and your short rest is completed.
Very nice.
Lovely.
San would. Did you say there's like some sort of liquid-looking thing on the?
Yeah, there's like a liquidy substance on this sort of spinning corridor.
Can San just gingerly reach out and kind of like? How fast is it spinning?
It's spinning about 10. It spins about 10 seconds.
It spins by what? Sorry.
It spins around. So if you look at like 1 point, it goes like around the corner 10 feet per second. If that
Okay.
makes sense. Counterclockwise.
Okay. San, if she can, is just going to reach out and like swipe her hand along the surface of it.
Mm-hmm.
And is just going to like examine the liquid on her hand and see
Yeah,
if she can
make
identify it.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. That is just straight intelligence, yeah? Or
Straight intelligence, I
Yep.
think.
then
And
that
maybe
is
you could add your medicine if you. Oh wait, not medicine. That's not intelligence. Yeah, just intelligence.
okay. That's just a 10.
10. It's lamp oil. It's flammable.
Okay. She will turn to the others and say, this is oil, so be careful with any naked flames.
An astute
Um,
observation.
Thanks. San is also going to look around to see if they can see any like mechanisms or anything that might be working this spinning device.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Jesus, Lord, that is a 9.
No, you can't really see anything.
Okay.
Alternatively, we could burn it all now and remove the hazard entirely.
And wait, what is it? What's this made out of again? Metal? Is it the?
Yeah, like a light-colored metal.
You mean the oil?
Yes.
We could just avoid setting it on fire to begin with.
Well, then there may be some trap or something. There often are in places like this.
Well, if you want to risk catching the place on fire, then be my guest.
I don't think there's that much risk. It's all made of stone.
Mm.
Never seen a stone catch on fire. But perhaps
All the same, San steps
perhaps
back.
It would be an idea to stand back a bit, yes. And so NZR would like to cast Firebolt onto the oil.
All right. You send the firebolt into the oil, and it quickly ignites. It's not explosive. It just catches fire, and now there's this spinning wheel of flame, basically. And after about half a minute, the flames burn away and extinguish. And there's
Okay.
no longer any sort of slippery substance on.
There we are. Should be easy enough to get across now. They don't
Well-
call me the Master of the Arcane for nothing.
San looked about to say something, and then when he says that, she just closes her mouth and just just goes forward to the spinning thing.
All right. Are you all walking through it?
NCR is going to wait for someone else to go first.
Dooney will look
okay. Hmm?
Oh.
Hmm?
What is that?
What's
Oh.
what's going on there?
Pay no attention to the man behind
San, having not had this meta glimpse into her reality,
Dooney, you see the sort of like the little envelope box, the letterbox thing, like slide open, and you see a man's eye looking at you, and then it quickly.
Dooney will hesitate then from stepping on the thing and look at the others and go, yeah, there's definitely somebody watching us, just to let you know.
rid of him, not to introduce himself. And with that, San is going to step out onto the spinning plate. And she's gonna try to cross it and get over here, so she's not right next to the door. That's a door, right? On this side. Yeah, she's gonna go there, so she's not right next to it.
Right. With the oil no longer an issue, it's very easy to just slowly walk your way across without any risk of tripping. So
Nice.
you make it to the lead.
Ooh.
And Dooney will follow slowly and cautiously. And just stand right next to her, I guess.
And then after that, NZR will do the same.
All right.
Perhaps we shouldn't wait for.
Dooney just slips right through that little crevice.
Perhaps we shouldn't wait for them to introduce themselves to us.
Can San put her ear to the door? And
yeah.
listen to see if they can hear anything?
Yes, make a perception check.
Nice. I am going to sell all of my dice. That was a 7.
7. You can't hear anything on.
Good luck for trying to find someone who wants to buy those dice.
In that case, they're going to crouch down and very quietly crack the door open and look out on the other side.
Okay, cracking the door open. It is pitch black inside, and you can't see.
Yes, I can.
You can, but there's as in you can't see anyone in the
You can't see what, sorry?
anyone in the room.
Cool. Is it just like a... What's the room like?
It kind of almost looks like a guard post of some kind. There's a wooden table, 2 wooden benches, and then there's a door at the opposite. Like, there. Oh, I think I'm hiding areas.
Yes.
Whoops. There you go.
Okay. And this is a corridor going around?
Yeah, it goes around sort of a corner.
Right, okay. Did you want me to make a stealth check, by the way, since she's trying to be...
Oh,
Sneaky.
yes.
She'll gesture for the others to be quiet as well, since they've seen someone looking at them. Sen, for fuck's sake, rolled an 11.
An 11. It seems to do you well because nothing.
In that case, she slips out of the room, and she's got her dagger, like, grasped in one hand.
All right. Hidden as you are in the dark, you turn and see behind you a human man in heavy armor, wielding a longsword in one hand, and he looks like he's waiting to strike someone about to enter the room, and hasn't noticed that you've entered the room.
Nice. In that
You rolled
case,
a nat 1 perception check. You.
in that case, Sen is going to throw her dagger at him.
Right, roll your attack with advantage.
Nice. I'm not using that dice. Or that dice. I'm going to use these dice. For the love of the Lord. Well, it's fine. That's an 18.
18 hits, I believe. Yes, it does.
Nice. And that's... Oh my god. That is... 11, 14, 17 piercing damage. No.
Okay.
Wait. No, not start. No. 5, 6. 11, 17, 24, sorry.
24. Oh, damn. Okay. So, everybody roll initiative. That counts as a surprise round. Since he rolled very well in his initiative and got a nat 20, is starting before. That's him no longer surprised after.
Okay.
As he's standing there and the dagger just lodges itself in his, and he just lets out, oh, and begins to scream. Okay, so Junie got a... San got a... San got a 20. Okay, so San, you do actually go off this man. And NZR got a... Okay. So San, that's your turn.
Nice. To retreat, her dagger's lodged in him, right?
Yeah.
I think to summon it again in her hand would be an action, wouldn't it?
think so, yes.
Du-du-du-du. And then if she were to attack with it again, that would be as a bonus action, so it wouldn't benefit from her.
Modifiers on the damage.
Okay.
So the damage would just be D4.
Okay. In that case, she is just gonna chuck another one at him, just a regular dagger. That is 20 to hit,
20 hits.
which does. Oh, sorry. No, I meant to say. Sorry, I forgot the ordering of things. She meant to cast Hex as bonus action before that. Can I retroactively do that? Because I forgot about the ordering.
Yeah.
Or, okay. Okay, so that'll be 1d6 necrotic, which is 2 necrotic, 4 piercing, and she's going to dismiss her weapon. I'm sorry, I'm getting all of this muddled. Yeah, she's going to dismiss her weapon. She threw the
dagger first.
Yes.
Which
Well,
did
cast
damage,
X first for her bonus, threw the dagger for her action. In which case, that'll be 11 piercing then, not 4, because she's not doing it as a bonus; she's just doing it as a straight up action.
So how much in total would it be damage?
2 plus 11, 13. Then she's dismissing her dagger, but she's not resummoning it because that takes an action. Yeah, that's her turn.
All right. Next is his turn, but he is surprised. So then we go to Enziar. Enziar, you stand in the room. You can stand in the room, and you see them throw this dagger.
Ooh. Oh dear. Another ragamuffin, eh? And you'll run up here and, I guess, cast Firebolt.
All right, roll your attack.
24.
Oh, you have advantage because oh wait, you are technically. Oh, you can. He can't.
Wait,
Yes.
Wait, which
Right.
what are we talking about?
Sight. Actually,
Oh,
never mind.
well-
You know what? Oh, carry on.
Oh, I was going to say, well, the thing is that what I forgot to mention, which I think is actually very important to mention now, because I just checked, is that the dark vision only lasts for an hour when Dooney shares it, and he can. So that's why he's cast light for the time being, so they can only see because of the light.
Right. So
They don't have dark vision anymore.
San does regardless.
Oh, okay, then she has dark vision.
nice. NZR, you cannot see while you're here because Dooney is.
Any light be
light.
filtering through here that might,
If would NZR have left the? No, that's clear. But did NZR leave? That would have left light in.
I mean, yeah, he wouldn't have closed the door behind him.
Nice. In that case, this sort of area is. This corridor is dark.
Finn,
Yes.
did Sen have advantage on her last on her turn
yes.
just then? Oh, in that case, sorry, I didn't realize. Can I retroactively roll the sneak attack then?
Yes,
Or-
yes, you can.
Okay, that is 11 additional
11.
piercing. Yep.
Nice. That's fine. Okay. Enzer, you can take your turn. Sorry, you are in light, so I'll say you D&D rules with obscurity or weakness, so you can.
So I can see him.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will stick. Can I stick with my original rule of 24 to hit?
Yes, you may roll your damage.
Oh, that's a bit disappointing. 8.
8. All right. The fireball hits him in the chest, and he begins to catch fire as well, bleeding wound in his neck and he's screaming. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Wonderful. Oh, and nice. Got disadvantage on Dex. And Dooney, it is now your turn.
Well, I guess Dooney will run in and be like, why are we attacking him? And then he'll attack, and it was a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
That's with his Warhammer. And it was a 4 bludgeoning damage.
4 bludgeoning damage. All right. Nice.
And he's really confused, but he's just gonna keep going.
You go in and smack him too. And that is your turn. San, it is back to you.
All right. San is, as an action, going to resummon her dagger, I think. Is a sneak attack, is that just with when you attack with your action, or is that... No, it's just with an attack.
Nice.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so she'll use her action to summon her dagger back.
Mhm.
She will move here, and will attack this guy. That is... Oh, I don't think that hits anyway. That's 12.
12 does not hit.
Yeah. That's all she can do. That was her bonus action, and her action was summoning it. So, yes, she's gonna stay where she is, I think.
All right, so you run in with your dagger, and he managed to just duck out of the way, still clutching his neck and batting out the flames in his chest, with like sort of the crook of his elbow because he's holding. Oh my god!
holding...
Oh my god! Snarler, help! And he's going to take a attack against Sam.
What was he holding? Sorry.
A longsword.
Oh yes, so he said yeah.
And he's going to take a multi-attack against you.
Okay.
Which is a 17 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
And a 7 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
All right, neither of those hit. And that is his... Oh, that's his turn.
Okay.
NZR, it is now your turn.
NZR is going to cast Firebolt.
Fine.
Alrighty.
And that was a natural 20.
That definitely hits. You're nat 20. Well, let's do a critical... There's definitely a critical hit thing as well. So we'll apply some to that. Yeah, roll your attack and then we'll add a...
Okay, so just the normal damage then.
No, you do your double your... I think it's 2d10 then.
Well, 4.
Oh, nice.
And I double checked that is how it works.
Nice, perfect.
Okay, 23 damage total.
Alright, how do you want to kill this guy?
Just gonna firebolt him and singes. Does he have a helmet on?
He does, yes.
Just gonna like steer his face to it.
Oh, jeez.
San and Dooney, over your shoulders, the firebolt goes right into sort of the inside of his helmet, and you hear him just screaming and trying to pull the helmet, as sort of smoke billows out, and then he eventually slumps to the floor, dead. And also roll a d100, NZR.
Okay, I will. That is. I'm gonna roll it here. 1d100. 33.
33. Your target is knocked prone. Yeah, he definitely is. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. It's at this point that the door behind you opens in the corridor, and you see a woman burst out. She's a bit of a hairy woman, because she's a werewolf, and she's wearing sort of kind of ripped wizard robes, and holding a book in one hand. Yeah, she's got some sort of book in one hand, and she just snarls, knocks down the door, throws the book down, and she's going to make her attacks against you.
Attacks.
Yes, with advantage because she is raging.
Is that reckless?
Attacker, desperate savagery.
Yeah.
So that is what attack? 2 claw attacks she will make. Actually, you should make one. Yeah. Sorry. So this is for her bite attack.
Mm-hmm.
D20 plus 4. 18 to hit or 9 to hit. So 18 to hit.
NCR is going to use his reaction to increase his AC by 2 to dodge that attack.
All right, you
With
do
his
so.
arcane deflection.
Against the barrier, and her teeth just sort of clang into arcane sort of, and she blasts backwards. Then she goes in with her claws. With a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, wait, sorry. Quickly check something. Oh yeah, 22 to hit. Sorry.
Yep. That'll do it.
Okay, the claw attack. 34 plus 7 slashing damage.
That's not so bad.
And can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
That's worse. Okay. That is. Oh boy. No, not again. Not again.
Not again.
Constitution 9.
9. Okay, good to know.
Not again. Oh my goodness. What?
As she leaps on NCR, begins to try and claw and tear and bite at. Dooney, it is now your turn.
Dooney's horrified. They just went in and murdered a dude. I'm like, oh no. All right. I guess Dooney will, in this case, cast Moonbeam, because that is a spell that he has because of his subclass. So he will cast it there, right on the lady.
Nice.
And is it a Constitution saving throw? I think it's always a Constitution.
I think it's a Constitution saving throw, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm casting it at 3rd level because apparently that's like a thing. So it means
Nice. That's a 10 on her Constitution saving.
She fails. I think that means she also, as a shapeshifter, has to revert to her but whatever
Her
form she
normal
takes. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So roll your damage as well.
Oh, yep. I rolled not brilliantly. I got a 10 and 2 1s, so that's 12 radiant damage.
12 radiant damage to her. All right. Okay, the moonbeam just pillars straight on top of her, and the searing light catches, and you see her frozen in place as the fur begins to wither and shrink. And you see her fangs shrink and her claws too. And then when you look back, there is a woman with sort of long, tangled, dark, in sort of kind of half-torn, sort of dark robes, slumped on one knee. And she looks up at you and she howls.
He's not going to say anything. He's just going to look quite, I don't know, sheepish.
Is that the rest of Dooney's turn?
That is the rest of Dooney's turn.
She gives you a very unsheepish look. San, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. With, I believe Hex can move her. Did I just call her Hex? What did I say? I believe San can move her Hex to this lady as a bonus action.
Yes, I believe so.
Then she will do that. She certainly will do that. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then she will flank her with NZR and is going to attack with her Pact Blade. That is a 28 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Noise. So that is 1d4. Does necrotic damage make any difference, or should I just roll all the damage?
Are your weapons silvered?
No.
Then don't bother rolling the damage unless it's
Unless it's what, sorry?
she's immune to damage from.
Sorry, you cut it again there for me.
She is immune to damage from non-silvered weapons.
And even magic ones?
Oh, if it's magical for the sake, does it say its damage type is?
Well, it's her Pact Blade, so I think that's...
Oh, yes, it overcomes resistances then, yes.
Okay.
Never mind, carry on.
That's fine. But necrotic doesn't do anything special, so I can just roll it all together.
No, yeah, just roll it all together.
Okay, so including her sneak attack, that is 9, 11, 12, 19 damage.
19 damage, nice. All right.
And that's her turn.
All right. Okay. You go up behind her and you stab her in the back, and it seems to do some good damage. Next up, NZR once.
NZR is going to cast Firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get advantage.
Roll
Does
your
he?
damage. You are at disadvantage because you're in melee range.
In that case, it's a natural 1.
Let's roll on the table again. Roll the D100.
$50.
Just like San earlier, overload your staff, and you see sort of like a puff of smoke come out from the top, and you are unable to cast spells until the end of your next.
Uh-oh.
Dear.
Is that your
I
turn?
guess that'll be his turn.
All right, it is now Snarla's turn. Snarla is going to push to her feet, and she's going to look at herself surrounded, and she's going to stoop and grab that book that she dropped earlier, and she's going to flip through it, find something that she's looking for, and she's going to cast Thunderwave at 3rd level. So each creature. So Dooney and NZR, could you please make dexterity, Constitution saving?
Constitution?
Yes.
Okay, also doesn't she need to make another Constitution saving throw herself since she started her turn in the Moonbeam?
Oh, yes, she does. That's a fail. That's a nat 1.
Oh, then she will take 10, 18, 24? No, 20. Yeah, 24 radiant damage.
Damn. Okay, she's looking very, very hurt as she goes in for her Thunder Wave.
Dooney failed, I think.
Oh dear. Was it below 14?
Yes. It was a 4.
NZR?
NZR rolled an 11, but if that's a fail, then he can use Arcane Deflection as a reaction to gain a +4 to that saving throw.
Nice. So you turn it
the
into
11 into a 15, which passes.
Nice. Okay. So you take 6 thunder damage, and Dooney, you take 13, and Dooney, you are pushed back 10 feet.
Okay, I'll make a concentration check for Dooney. Oh, he got a 20.
You succeed on your concentration check.
Good for him, a nat 20. He deserves it.
Blend. But that is Snarla's turn. It is now Dooney's turn.
Oh, well, I guess for flavor, because he will cast He'll cast another cantrip, and he'll cast Sacred Flame again on her. And I think that again is another. I think it's a Dexterity saving throw for Sacred Flame.
Nice. And I'm assuming she has disadvantage on this because
Yup.
Her dex saves are +1. She's failed no matter what. Yeah, she's failed.
Okay, then 1d8 radiant damage. 7 radiant damage.
How do you want to kill this woman?
Well, I guess since she's in radiance of a moonbeam and flame-like radiance also then just descends on her, I guess she just gets cooked with radiant energy. Sizzled
just
to a
gets
crisp.
Cooked with radiant energy, and you see her sort of howl almost as she sort of shifts into her werewolf as she's to the ground, dead. Oh no, we shift back, so she'll stay in her human form. Never mind. And she slumps to the ground, cooking underneath the moonbeam. Her hand reached out towards the dead man in the corner.
Oh no.
That is the end of combat.
San looks at the incinerated, basically, corpse of the man and the incinerated corpse of Snarla, and then she looks between the two of you and says, "Good work, everyone." And then she cleans her dagger off.
I'd say so.
Are you Oh no, you go.
I would just notice, NZR, you note that she has dropped a spellbook, which you are aware of.
NZR is going to pick up the spellbook.
Okay.
San, in the meantime, is going to go and check the dude for anything.
Okay, you go and check the man. He has a little name tag that says, "Hi, my name is Burkett." Burkett has on him a long sword, a short sword, a heavy crossbow, and he's wearing splint armor. But that's about all that he has.
Okay, well.
Can Dooney say a prayer over them both? Just a little one. Just a quiet little murmured one.
Of course. Dooney, you take a little moment to say a little prayer to your god.
It's just I think he'll do it in he'll say it in giant. He'll do it in giant language just because then, he can kind of be like, "Forgive me for killing them just like that," without anyone else knowing.
NZR and San, Dooney is sort of speaking sort of a low, sort of like very guttural. It almost sounds like mountains, sort of turning language.
How
Yes.
long? Can NCR begin to cast Comprehend Language as a ritual?
Yes, you may.
Is she
as a
still
ritual,
going? Is she still going 10 minutes later?
Dooney is not going 10 minutes later, to be honest. It was only going to be maybe a minute-long prayer at the most.
He stops, NZR stops doing the ritual for Comprehend Language.
You just rub out the runes and chalk that you've scribbled onto the ground.
Dooney just opens his eyes and sees it and is like, "All right."
San, who's happy to leave Dooney to whatever they're doing, she'll take a moment to just look around the room and see if she can find anything. I assume these are benches and tables. She'll just check under them and stuff.
Yeah, there's 2 benches and a table. On the table, there is a large candle with your sort of, eye for expensive things. This would be worth about 10 gold.
A candle, did you say?
Yeah, a large candlestick.
Okay.
Worth 10 gold coin. And of course, NZR, you have picked up the Snarla's spellbook.
Can you have a look in it and see if you can recognize any spells?
Yes. You open it, and an explosion fills the room. And everybody takes 22 fire damage.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, NCR.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'll make dexterity saving first.
Oh, Okay.
Oh, Junie's not good at those. Yeah, he got a 2 because he got a 3, but he got a
Yeah,
-1.
22 fire damage to do.
Sen rolled 17.
That's a success, so 11 fire damage.
Okay.
NZR rolled 22. Sorry, 21.
And only an 11 fire damage to NZR.
Junie took that just took a third of Junie's health.
As the room just fills with flame, so now that you're all sort of stood there, covered in soot and ash and like cartoon sort of style.
Oh my!
But the spellbook seems in condition still. And flipping through it, it has the following spells. Just copy and paste them to you. I'm going to be completely honest, I can't remember how spell, so I'll just let you deal with that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, there's basically nothing NDR can do with it. So he doesn't have the materials to copy. Unless there's spell copying materials also here.
There is not. Not in this room, at least. Let me just find the spells that she had in her book. Where is it? I can't. Oh well. I'll just read them out to you then. She has Firebolt, Light, Mage Hand, Shocking Grasp, Magic Missile, Shield, Thunder Wave, Mirror Image, Web, Dispel Magic, Fear, Hate, Stinking Cloud.
Ooh.
And that's it. She was a 6th level spellcaster. But yes, so you have
I
Snarless.
Managed to write 2 of those down in time.
Nice. I can just send. I'll type them. Written somewhere. So, what are you all doing?
San will do her thing and check this door for traps.
Nice. Roll a investigation check.
Okay. That is a 20.
There are no traps on this door.
Okay. Nonetheless, she will also drop to a sneaky crouch. I'm assuming stealth again.
Stealth check, please.
That's a 12.
12. All right. And you open the door?
Yes. She'll crack it open.
All right. So peering in, let me just do reveal area.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing hide area. There we go. There you go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So, unlike the room you just left, this place is beautifully decorated. The
Oh.
floor is covered by fine rug. The walls by erotic tapestries and shimmering
Oh my
curtains.
goodness.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my
The
goodness.
ceiling has an intricate mosaic depicting a summer sky dotted. And in the northeast corner is a large and lavishly covered bed strewn with. It's unmade. Next to it, on the low table, is a buffet of meats, cakes, and other delicious-looking comestible. And in the northwest corner, chest.
Which San is going to beeline for. And then she's going to check it for traps.
All right, roll an investigation check.
That is a 20.
There is a small rune carved into the lid of this chest.
Does Sen know that like you'd probably need to spell magic to deal with that? Or like does she know how you would deal with that? Full stop.
Say she's level 8. She'll know.
Yeah. Okay. She'll look to the other two and say, I don't suppose either of you know Dispel Magic?
Unfortunately, that's not one in my repertoire.
I do know it, but I don't have it prepared. So
Yeah. Well, in that case, step back, and she is going to. What's the range on Mage Hand? 30 feet, isn't it? I think. Yeah. Okay. So she is going to instruct the others to get like way back, and she herself is going to move 30 feet away, and she's going to cast Mage Hand and get it to open the chest.
Dooney's going into the hallway.
San is here. And she's gonna crouch down behind the bench as well for good measure.
Okay.
Enziara crouched down behind that bench.
Dooney will go
You
into the
summon the
hallway
mage
and close the
hand.
door.
And it drifts over to the chest and unlatches it. And as it opens it, the rune sparks green, and then the room begins to fill with this green gas. It stays there for about a minute, and then it eventually disappears.
Nice. Then San will head in, and she's gonna look in that chest.
Inside this chest, there is a grand total of 400 platinum.
Oh.
Hmm?
Huh?
Oh wait, is it platinum? Let me just check.
Hmm?
What's Electrum? Is Electrum platinum, or are they different?
Electrum is more than platinum, I think.
Oh, 400 Electrum. Yeah, it is.
That's
Oh, Electrum is
Oh,
2
no,
gold
it's not.
coins.
Electrum is below gold.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it
Electrum
was my
half of-
mistake. Yeah. Okay.
Right, okay.
So
So
200 gold.
400 Electrum,
Mm-hmm.
300 gold, and 7 gems, which you think are a grand total of about 1,300 gold.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Okay.
Well, Sen is gonna pocket the gems unless anyone tries to stop her. But she will share out the coin, so that's 500 gold altogether, including the Electrum. So that's 166 gold. 0.666666666. So I guess. Shall we just? Do you want to round that up, Finn, or do you want to just have it
round
be?
up. It
Okay.
don't matter.
Okay. So I guess like 166 gold and 7 silver each. Is that right? Have I mathed correctly?
I think so.
Hey.
I'm very bad at math, so.
Okay. 166 gold and 7.
All right. And that seems to be, apart from sort of the food on the bed.
Sen looks at the food, but looks suspicious and doesn't go for it. Are there drawers in that bedside table, or is it just a table?
I think it's just a table. Yeah, it's just a table.
Okay.
Like a low table.
Yeah. All right. San looks to the others, and San looks to the others and says, "Well, I think that's everything in here, unless anyone fancies carrying out a tapestry or two."
I think they would look quite good hung up in my bedroom.
Dooney like looks very he just blushes and averts his eyes.
I don't know about either of you, but I could do with another rest.
Yeah, after being burned quite a lot, I could use one too.
Sure.
Perhaps a bit longer.
All right, you guys are taking another short rest?
How do we feel about taking a long rest?
I feel that would be wise.
Sure. There's a
I
bed.
feel that NCR doesn't have very many hit die left to heal with on a short rest.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, so you guys are taking a long rest. Did you bring like camping equipment?
I think Sen has stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe actually.
NZR has that stuff.
Nice.
Sen does not, but she'll just take the bed, I guess.
All right. As you go to sit on the bed,
Oh
you
no.
touch it, and you realize it's an illusion. The bed's made of straw and hay. It's an uncomfortable straw mattress.
Oh.
And to the touch, it disappears and becomes real.
Oh. Interesting. Well, nevertheless, she will take the straw mattress. That's fine.
All right.
They were just trying to make their lives a little bit nicer.
She'll actually like touch some of the food. Does that appear to be illusory?
As you touch the food, it's all rotted.
Oh no. Oh, that's
Rotted
depressing.
moldy food with maggots in it.
Oh, yuck.
Well, you know what? I think we did these guys a favor.
Ew. All right.
He's going to say another prayer.
Sam will suggest taking it in turns to take watch while they're all sleeping. Well, the other two are sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So who will be taking the first watch? You'll need 2 watches.
NZR will take the first watch, and he'll sit in this room like by himself for it.
Okay. Roll your perception check for the watch.
That is 18.
All right. The first watch goes by quietly. You don't hear anything at all. You can just sort of hear. You can pick up the churn the corridor as it turns. But that's everything. That's all. And then Dooney comes to take over.
And that one.
And that one. All right. Again, for you, completely quiet. You don't notice anything. You actually drift off most of it, so you're not sure. But nothing killed you in your sleep. And with that, your long rest comes to an end, and you're all long rested.
Nice. Could we possibly stop there for this evening? Because I should go to bed.
Very fair. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for playing, guys.
No, thank you
for running.
That was so good.
Say, you went through, I think, the most combat in.
Sorry?
You went to the most combat intensive corridor.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, well. We survived the Kelpies, so you know what? I'll take it. Maybe I'll be rolling better next time.
That was miraculous.
I was so happy when the Kelpie came over. Sam's just like, now I'm going to stab you.
You can do something.
Mm-hmm.
One of them got away.
Yeah. Not looking forward to dealing with her probably sometime. Or her little friends.
It's so bad because my favorite bit was when Dooney saved. Oh God, how do you pronounce his name?
NZR?
NZR. That's it. I keep wanting to say Enzion, and I'm like, no, NZR. And NZR is just like, what's happening?
What's going on?
Am I in hell?
Am I in hell?
Firbolg's just like, do not fear.
Oh. It was very fun. Thank you, Finn.
Yeah, it was very
I'm glad
fun.
you enjoyed it. I'm sure we'll find time at some point to play the rest.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, there's always the weekend or the following weekend for me.
Yeah, it's no rush. It's just something to have a look.
Something to pass the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I've missed Sen. I've really missed them. Just my edgy little
Ben's just an edgy little murderer.
yeah.
Dooney's
love-
terrified of her. He's like, oh god, she's demonic.
Yeah.
You guys roasted that werewolf and that guy.
I want it on record that when NZR like incinerated that guy, that's like the most San has liked NZR. She was like, "Oh damn."
NCR is just crazy old coot.
I love him.
Crazy old dude. NZR's portable hole.
Is magical
Who,
portable
for the
hole.
record, has been infected with lycanthropy.
Oh no! Wait, what was it used for that got it?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How did it get infected?
Because Snarl, the werewolf, bit him.
Oh, I thought you meant the hole was infected with, and I was like, how? Oh dear. Oh no.
Not NCR's infected magical.
What have I come back into?
I'm sorry.
Nothing good. Nothing good.
Oh
Nothing
well.
good at all. Oh my god.
I feel a bit bad for leaving Chloe in the other chat now.
Clerics can change their spells, right?
Yes.
But the thing is, NDR hasn't mentioned that he's been bitten by a werewolf. So
Oh no.
I can't. It would be metagaming to change the spell slot.
She would have seen it.
Dooney may have seen
She
it,
would have
but
seen it even.
Dooney may have seen it. Dooney may not have seen it. But Dooney doesn't know if something's happened, so
Well, NCR doesn't know if something happened.
Uh-oh.
You know,
uh-oh.
Oh well. It'll be fine, probably, right? It'll be fine.
it'll be fine to deal with, right?
NDR just needs to say something.
I imagine he probably will once he finds out that something's going on.
What is it with your characters and getting bitten by werewolves?
Yeah.
Man, you should
I don't
hear.
know.
You should hear. You should hear it back when you listen to it back, and hear my reaction. I was just to this the saving throw.
My god.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna go. Thank you again so much, Finn. I look forward to finishing this off sometime with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? If other people are free, then you might find someone trapped in a cupboard in this dungeon that joins you.
Sans stabs them on. Sans like stab now, ask questions later.
NZR is also a bit like that, especially when you consider the what
yeah.
what happened with those two. What did he call them?
Tail
Wily maidens.
Wily maidens, yeah.
Oh boy.
NZR
Well-
killed a wily maid.
Either way,
Killed that
I
one. He plonked her on the head.
badonk.
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 Spiritual weapon.
Yeah,
Badonk.
Charles, we didn't even get a third of the way through. You were right.
Yeah, I had a feeling it would
I think it was.
be a lot of RP. I looked at the map on the stream at one point and just went, oh, they've literally been in 3 rooms in about almost 3 hours.
It was a lot. It got very intense very quickly.
Yeah,
Say.
literally. The first combat encounter just horrible.
The first combat encounter, and
Yeah.
yeah, That happened in the first combat encounter.
Oh, it was horrendous.
Thank God for duty. That's all. That's
Dude.
all.
I got a message at one point from Lindsay just saying, "Yeah, my character's down," and I was like, "What? It's been about 5 minutes."
Oh, more than that happened. More than that happened.
It's
I
so
am,
bad.
It got
I am
worse.
flipping back.
It
through
got
the book.
worse.
I did look at the front of the adventure when that happened, and it's for a group of 5. The adventure. So
Oh.
that'd be why.
That would explain it.
Can I give you magic items? It'll be fine.
Yes, I'm sure a magic hole is just a portable hole is just as good as 2 level 8 PCs.
Should-
Depends what you do with it.
To be fair, it was very smart of you to get rid of that oil. That would have been very bad.
I mean,
don't know
when
why.
you've got a portable hole, every problem needs to go in a hole.
Put it in the hole.
The portable hole was used.
It did help.
How does it actually work? Is it like a pocket dimension, or does it just make a
Yes.
hole in something?
Pocket dimension.
So you can't sort of use it to put a hole in the wall to walk through it, sort of thing.
Sadly, no.
Okay, I love you folks. I'm gonna go. Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Goodbye, love you. Have
Bye.
a good
Love you too. Good
Bye.
night.
See you soon.